What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new live stream. Hope everyone had a good weekend and having a good week so far. Um, just nothing much going on here. Obviously, football's over, so talk about some off-season stuff. I already got teams franchise tagging players. Got some NBA stuff, which we've had some pretty good games so far. After the All-Star break, School Spirit Season 3, Episode 6 review, Episode 7 predictions. Got a month to go until Invincible returns. Yeah. Carter Rammer, I don't know how to say that, so I apologize. How you doing, sir? January and February been bad months for movies. Yeah, I haven't really seen anything that's come out recently. Like, I know Screen 7 comes out soon. I don't remember when. Don't know why my StreamYard is lagging like crazy, but yeah, I haven't really seen any new movies for January and February. Seen so far is for Invincible to come back and my own stream for no reason. StreamYard freaking sucks. Okay. But what I was trying to say is I want to make a video for my death predictions for season 5 of The Boys. Because I think there's going to be a lot of major deaths in the final season. I'll get the obvious out of the way. Homelander and Butcher, I think both of them are going to die. Homelander has to, because if you're going to end the show, you have to take out like the main villain. He's got to go, and then Butcher. I love Butcher's character. I don't want him to die, but I think it's painfully obvious that he's going to. Because he just really doesn't have much left to live for. All he wants is, to be rid of Homelander and the Supes, and he doesn't have his wife. Not on the best terms with Ryan, so he really just doesn't have much left. I think Starlight and Huey are safe for now. I think they'll keep Soldier Boy alive. I'm not sure what else though. But we'll get to. So we'll talk about episode 6 from School Spirits. Hopefully the thing doesn't lag again. Here we go. Now this is lagging like crazy. I'm just gonna put a banner up. So yeah, basically this episode picks up where we left off, where Xavier found out that somebody's walking around in Kyle's body, so he goes back to the hospital to let him know that somebody stole his body and is just walking around, freely. Which we later find out that it's Van Height, the um, ghost who's trying to um, tell Simon everything, I guess. Um, but the person in Kyle's body is going by Casey Jensen. So Xavier and Maddie pretty much have to track him down throughout the entire episode. Then Maddie talks with Simon and the rest of the group in the greenhouse. Simon tells them that, Van Height locked the kids in the church to, keep them safe. But, they tell Simon that Kyle's body was snatched. Then Maddie starts worrying about Simon. And then Quinn apologizes to Simon for hitting him in the head with the wood thing. Then Maddie tells Wally about her visions and nightmares based on the trauma that she's been through. So they go into the scar again, the church, and Van Height reveals more of what he's doing and what happened with the kids in the church. AKA White Eyes. And Simon finds out that he's still alive in the ghost world. So then Maddie and Xavier go meet Van Height at the city council. So they convince him to meet with them. Since Simon finds out that White Eyes isn't Van Height, White Eyes was the pastor. That he believes that he was just protecting the children. So they find out that White Eyes is still alive. Um, so to get more information, they have to go back in the scar again. Um, and Maddie asks Claire and Nicole to watch Simon. Um, so then Maddie and Xavier go to talk to Casey, and then pretty much interrogate him and get him to reveal who he really is. Um, so they start talking for a bit more, and then he just takes off running. But then Xavier finds out that um, he had a gun on him while Maddie's chasing him, and Maddie doesn't know that. So then Xavier's going after Maddie. So it's just a whole tense scene that was, done very, very well. Um, then White Eyes reveals more information to Simon. Um, the episode ends with Casey, shooting himself, which I was, scared at first that uh, he was gonna shoot Maddie. I'm like, oh god, no! But he ends up shooting himself instead. And by the time Xavier, Claire, and Nicole get there, the dude who's in Kyle's body is dead, and the episode pretty much ends there. Yeah, it's a pretty good episode. We only got 2 episodes left, so I'm excited to see, um, what happens next. Because we have like the second last episode of the season, so I'm very interested to see how they're gonna set up the finale. So that's gonna be awesome. So 7 predictions. So Xavier is gonna have to tell Kyle what happened, and he's probably gonna freak out and panic, like, that's it, I'm stuck here forever. So then they're gonna have to figure out a way for him to get his body back or escape the hospital, ghost world. And then, Simon's probably gonna learn more from White Eyes and who he really is, and who Van Height really is. And Maddie and the group, or Maddie's gonna have to figure out how to stop the school from being destroyed, or at least help Wally, Rhonda, and the rest of her friends um, leave there before they get trapped there forever. But yeah, I think these last 2 episodes are gonna be awesome. So we will go to see if there's any film news on um, the Film Buzz page. So I just gotta get it pulled up. Okay. Sony Pictures is officially planning to reboot their Spider-Man spin-off universe. Okay. I'm just not a fan of, the Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man. It just doesn't make any sense to me. A Ben 10 reboot movie is reportedly in the works. I haven't done anything with Ben 10 in a while. Another variant of Reed Richards will appear in Secret Wars. Oh, brother. Scary Movie 6 will officially parody these 7 horror movies. Sinners. Weapons. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Oh boy. Get Out. Quiet Place. Long Legs. What the hell? And Nope. Okay. Just not the biggest fan of horror movies. New trailer for Scream 7 reveals everything has led to this. Oh boy. Okay, no thank you. Multiverse of Phantoms is a big Scream fan, so check him out. Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones fans are still review bombing each other. This is so stupid. Like, I'm sorry. Like, literally, Breaking Bad season 5, episode 14. It was apparently the only 10 out of 10 episode on IMDb. Now, thanks to this bullshit, it is no longer a 10 out of 10 episode. Now it is down to a 9.6. This is why IMDb ratings don't mean jack shit, bro. Because of morons like this, bro. This is just sad, bro. All right, Jurassic World 5 will probably be titled Jurassic World Liberation. I thought Dominion was supposed to be the last one, but apparently not. So yeah, Liberation. I don't even understand what this is even about. But yeah. I still haven't seen the newest one. Rebirth. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I heard it wasn't very good. I heard it was just mid. But yeah, it's kind of disappointing what the Jurassic franchise is turned into. Because I love the original Jurassic Park, one of my favorite movies of all time. Spider-Man Brand New Day will fully skip Peter Parker's college years. Okay. Toy Story is now the longest running Pixar franchise ever. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mayhem 2 moves its release date up to 1 month to August 13th, 2027. A Venom animated movie is officially in the works at Sony. Oh boy. Disney's new horror film Psycho Killer is open to 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh boy. But yeah, Breaking Bad. I'm not even gonna try and say that title. Is no longer the highest rated episode in TV. Yeah, it's so stupid because of the freaking review bombing. Like, it's stupid. It's arguably one of the greatest episodes in television history, if not the greatest. Man of Tomorrow has reportedly been retitled Superman Man of Tomorrow. You literally just added Superman to the title. That doesn't really mean anything. Marvel Studios X-Men reboot will begin filming this year in the UK. Why the UK? Marvel probably does not want to split Avengers Secret Wars into two parts. Spider-Man Brand New Day will reportedly recreate this iconic comic book panel. Punisher carrying Spider-Man. Get me a medic now. Spider-Man Brand New Day takes place 4 years after the events of No Way Home. Yeah, makes sense. But yeah, the release schedule for Invincible Season 4 has been revealed. Like I said, super excited for this season. The first 3 episodes will be out on March 18th, and then it'll be weekly episodes from there. Episode 6 will come out the same day as the first 2 episodes of The Boys Season 5. So then it'll just be sharing multiple days, which is kind of funny. But yeah, the finale will be on April 22nd, I believe. So April 8th, the first 2 episodes of The Boys, and then April 15th, I believe is episode 3, and then episode 4 comes out same day as the finale, I think. And then I think that's it for the film stuff. All right. But we'll get into some NBA games. I believe the 19th was when games came back on. So I got to see some of them live at my work. Jesus, Celtics beating the Suns without Jaylen Brown in the lineup. I know Suns are without Booker and Brooks, but Suns leading scorer Ryan Dunn with just 7 points. Oh my goodness. But get the games pulled up. And Wolves are playing the Blazers right now. Noah's a Wolves fan. If some of you already didn't know that. But yeah, Thursday, February 19th, Rockets beat the Hornets by 4. Hornets been playing really well. Grant Williams with 20 points. Holy moly. I kind of forgot he was still in the league. Durant with 35 points. The Rockets have been up and down, especially with the KD burner account stuff, which is just ridiculous. Cavs bought the Nets. Hawks beat the Sixers by 10. Jalen Johnson with a double-double. Maxey with 28. Wizards beat the Pacers by 6. 19 and 14 for Jarris Walker. Pistons dominated the Knicks with multiple guys on suspensions. KD 42 points, 13 assists. Should be an MVP candidate. Brunson with 33. Raptors beat the Bulls. Ingram with 31 points, 12 from Trey Jones. Spurs dominate the Suns. Wemby, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 5 blocks. 26 points out of Jalen Green. Celtics beat the Warriors. They led by many as 34 points. And, of course, they let the game go all the way down to 11 points. So I just hate it when they do that. Like, when you're up by that many, just keep scoring. Celtics do win this one. Brown with his 5th career triple-double, 23 points, 15 rebounds, 13 assists. Porzingis and Horford played. They didn't play that great. Magic blow out the Kings like they should. Banchero with 30 points. And Clippers beat the Nuggets by 1. That was a really good game. 17 out of Jokic, 38 from Benedict Mathurin. Go to Friday the 20th. Cavs beat the Hornets. Jarrett Allen, 26 and 14, 33 from Concanapple. He's having a great rookie season. Wizards beat the Pacers, so those teams split. Whoever this is, 25 points, 10 rebounds, 22 from Jay Huff. Grizzlies versus Grizzlies beat the Jazz. This would have been a revenge game for Jaren Jackson, but he's been shut down for the rest of the season. Omax with 23, 24 from Collier. I like the Grizzlies throwback court. It looks awesome. Heat blow out the Hawks. 6 triple-double from Jalen Johnson. 24 from Hero. Wolves beat the Mavericks. I did see this game live. Wolves were up big, and then, of course, Mavericks come back and tie the game without Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg's been shut down for the rest of the season. 40 points from Ant, 15 and 13 from Marvin Bagley. It shocked me that Wolves let them come all the way back and tie the game. I don't know what is with all these blown leads in the league, but whatever. Bucks beat the Pelicans, 27 from Ryan Rollins, 32 from Zion. Thunder beat the Nets. The Nuggets score 157 on the Blazers. Jokic with 32. Lakers win the Battle of LA against the Clippers. Kawhi had to leave late in the fourth quarter due to an ankle injury. That really sucks. But he had a great game, 31 points, 38 out of Luka, plus 11 assists. Then we go to Saturday. Suns beat the Magic in double overtime. I did see this game. It was fun to watch. 34 from Desmond Bane. He did foul out, which that really screwed Orlando over because they could have really used him down the stretch. But Jalen Green hit the game winner in double overtime to avoid the game going into triple overtime. But yeah, Jalen Green missed a bunch of free throws. So my coworker was a big Suns fan. It was like, come on, dude. But big confidence booster at the end for Jalen Green. I don't know what is going on with the Sixers right now. But how do you lose to the Pelicans? I mean, I understand they have Zion, but come on, dude. Heat blow up the Grizzlies, 28 from Wiggins, 28 from Gigi Jackson. Pistons beat the Bulls by 16, 18 points from Cade Cunningham, 27 from Josh Giddey. Spurs beat the Kings, a double-double from Wemby. Rockets blow like an 18-point lead going into the fourth quarter. This game was bullshit. I saw this game live. I'm like, what the frick is going on? Rockets making stupid turnovers, can't score, can't close out. Rockets should have won this game. They beat themselves. This pissed me off just watching this game. I'm like, what the frick is going on? But yeah, Knicks get another lucky one. They're probably the luckiest team I've ever seen. 30 points from KD, and it doesn't really matter. 25 from Cat. But yeah. And then Sunday, Thunder beat the Cavs. 20 from Harden, 20 and 10 from Case and Wallace. No Shea, no J-Dub, and they still find a way to win. Hawks beat the Nets, 26 and 12 from Jalen Johnson. Raptors annihilate the Bucks, 21 and 10 from KPJ, 32 from Quickly. Warriors upset the Nuggets. So the Warriors were shooting 75% from three in the first half, and then the third quarter they went 0 of 13 from three, and it was looking like the Nuggets were gonna get back into this game and run away with it. But nope. They allow the Warriors to claw their way back into it, and the Warriors come away with the win. Podziemski was hitting whatever he wanted late in the fourth. And yeah, Jokic, 35, 20, and 12, triple-double. He almost had a triple-double in the first half. He just needed one more assist, and he would have been the first player in NBA history to record a triple-double in the first half of a basketball game. But it was close. But yeah, shitty loss for Denver. Mavericks beat the Pacers. Middleton with 25 points, 30 from Siakam. Hornets beat the Wizards, 37 from LaMelo. Celtics blow out the Lakers by 22 on Sunday Night Basketball. Pritchard just hit whatever he wanted, just freaking cooked that Lakers defense. He was getting wide open layups. He made 6 threes. Like, he looked like mini Curry out there. It was kind of ridiculous. And my boss, who's a Lakers fan, was raging. He was like, he was raging every time Pritchard hit a 3 or got a wide open layup. Like, the Lakers defense is atrocious. Like, it just blows my mind that they're a 5 seed in a loaded Western Conference, given how bad their defense is. But yeah, Lakers going to be a first round exit, just like last year. I mean, the front office is an absolute joke. Just not a good roster around Luka and LeBron. I do think this is LeBron's last year in LA since his contract's up. I think he's going to go back to Cleveland for one more year, do a retirement tour there, and that'll be it. But yeah, Wolves lose to the Sixers, sadly, 28 from Ant, 39 from Maxey. Knicks beat the Bulls barely, 28 and 11 from Cat, 11 and 13 from Yabusele. Blazers beat the Suns in a low-scoring game, 92 to 77. Klingon 23-13 with a double-double. He had 4 blocks, 18 from Gillespie. Magic survive a nail-biter against the Clippers, 36 from Desmond Bane, 37 from Kawhi Leonard in his return. But yeah. And we only had 3 games last night. But Spurs, Pistons on NBC. 2 of the best teams in the league right now, and the Spurs won pretty confidently. 21 points, 17 rebounds, 6 blocks. You got a double-double out of Jalen Duren. The Pistons, for as good as they are, the problem is they don't really have another offensive playmaker next to Cade, and they probably should have been more aggressive at the deadline because Cade Cunningham gets locked up in a playoff game. The Pistons are in trouble because who are they supposed to go to? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Markkanen would have been perfect on this, Pistons team because of his defense and, his shooting ability. Yeah, just a rough loss for the Pistons. Spurs on a 9-game winning streak. Kings beat the Grizzlies. Apparently, this is their first win in 38 days, which is insane. Yeah, Kings fans can never catch a break. But 22 from Ashua, 21 from Small, whoever that is. Both teams are pretty much just wave the white flag. So yeah. And then Rockets Jazz, for whatever reason, this was on NBC prime time. But yeah, Rockets get a much needed bounce back win. They blow them out by 20. 31 points from Jabari Smith, 26 from Sensabaugh. If we look at the standings right now, Celtics beating the Suns 90 to 68 at the moment. Hopefully Orlando beats the Lakers. That'd be awesome. I'm a Lakers hater, so. Yeah, look at the East. I mean, this Eastern Conference is atrocious. You have the Pistons here. Celtics are like 6 games behind them or whatever. Knicks and Cavs 3 games behind the Celtics. Raptors are the 5 seed at the moment, and then Sixers are the 6 seed. Magic only 2 games behind the Sixers for the 6 seed. Yeah, Magic. These past 2 seasons have been stuck in the play-in. So the Heat, Hawks, probably one of the most disappointing teams this year. Probably the most overhyped team, as I said multiple times throughout the summer. Hornets, if they win their 2 playing games, then they can get into the playoffs. Bucks on the outside looking in. And then obviously the bottom feeders here. Bulls finally tanking. Thunder. Which Spurs only have 2 more losses than them. So Spurs are not far behind out of the 1 seed in the Western Conference, which is pretty impressive. Rockets, the 3 seed. Nuggets are the 4 seed. Lakers, the 5 seed, which the fact that they're above the Timberwolves is just blows my mind. I don't care if they have Luka or not. The Wolves' defense is better. And we saw that in the playoffs last year. Suns, we'll see how long they can hold on to the 7 seed. Warriors not far behind them. Blazers could get in. They just need to win both playing games. And then Grizzlies and Mavericks pretty much thrown in the towel. And then we don't really need to talk about these three. But yeah, I think this is going to be the best playoff. I think this is going to be the best playoffs we've had in a while. Because of how unpredictable it's going to be. I mean, Pistons versus whoever, Celtics versus whoever. Be interesting to see if Tatum comes back or not. There's a good chance the Celtics end up being a first-round exit, given who they have to play. Could get Celtics-Knicks rematch in the second round, which would probably be the exact same result as last year, but who knows? Cavs versus Pistons would be interesting. Because Cavs are trying to make their first conference finals without LeBron. So I'm wondering if they could shut down Cade and get over that hump, but I just don't know who's gonna guard Cade because their defense in the backcourt is atrocious because Mitchell doesn't play defense very well, neither does James Harden. So I don't know. The West, though, Nuggets end up in the 3 seed, or if the Wolves overtake the Lakers in the 5 seed, we can get Nuggets Wolves in the first round, which would be awesome. Spurs versus Thunder would be fun to see. Nuggets versus Spurs would be really fun to see. Wemby versus Jokic in the playoffs would be really fun. Luka versus Jokic in the first round would be very fun as well. Yeah. Honestly, don't know who's gonna make the finals for like either side. Thunder could. Spurs, maybe. I think Nuggets can. Rockets, just too much drama and they're just not consistent enough. Lakers defense sucks. I could see Wolves making the finals. You never know. But whoever makes it out of the West is going to destroy whoever makes it out of the East. I'll just say that. But get into another NFL mock draft, and that'll be it. Oh my gosh. Sorry, my dogs are annoying. Anyway, first pick, not going to waste time on it. Fernando Mendoza to the Raiders. The Jets at 2. Could go Ruben Bain. But I'm going to continue Arvell Reese at 2. Now, the last 2 drafts, I had Cardinals taking an offensive lineman. I believe the first one I had them take Maui Goa, and then the second one I had them take Spencer Fano. But here, I'm going to have them take Jeremiah Love instead. I know they have James Conner and all that, but Jeremiah Love, really good prospect, probably the best offensive prospect in the class. And James Conner did get hurt this past season. So, why not bring in a really good offensive player on a rookie scale contract plus the 5th-year option? I think it can make a lot of sense. Next, we have the Titans, which normally go Ruben Bain. I think it was David Bailey last time. I don't remember, but we're going to go offense here. I'm going to go Carnell Tate here this time around. Get Cam Ward a weapon at receiver. That'd be really fun to see. And the Giants at 5. I've seen Caleb Downs mocked here a lot, which does make sense because of John Harbaugh, and it is a need, but I don't think that's their biggest need. I understand, taking best player available and all that. But the Giants, I would consider offensive line, and we're gonna go with Maui Goa here. To the Giants at 5. Jermaine Aluminar is a free agent. I'm just not really sure if the Giants are even going to make an effort to bring him back. So why not bring in a guy, on a cheap rookie scale contract? The Browns next. Could go with Spencer Fano here. But they also need they just need offense in general. But we're going to go with Spencer Fano. Their entire offensive line is going to hit free agency, and I doubt that they're going to bring everybody back. Commanders at 7. We're going to go Sony Styles here. Really good linebacker. The Saints at 8. Receiver makes a ton of sense. I believe we did Jordan Tyson last week, so we'll go Mekhi Lemon. Really good receiver. Now the Chiefs at 9. Chiefs at 9. Love off the board. They could consider receiver or edge rusher. But we're going to go Caleb Downs here. I think they could use an upgrade at safety. And I think it'd be a decent fit in Spag's system. Next, we have the Bengals at 10. 100% have to go defense. They get a steal and Ruben Bain. Really good edge rusher. Then we got the Dolphins at 11. Gonna go Mansour Delane, best corner in college football this year out of this draft class. Dolphins need to improve the secondary. Cowboys at 12. They get a steal and David Bailey, really good edge rusher. The Rams, gonna have them take Jermod McCoy, corner out of Tennessee. Didn't play a snap of football all season, but his 2024 tape was awesome. Then we got the Ravens at 13. Could go pass rush if they wanted to. Cassius Howell, Keldrick Folk. But we're going to go Vega, Ione. Interior O-line is a need for them. Then the Buccaneers could go Jordan Tyson if they lose. His name is slipping me. They could go Jordan Tyson if Mike Evans does leave in free agency, which I don't think he will. But we're going to go Keldrick Falk, edge out of Auburn. Jets could go corner, defensive tackle, but I think Jordan Tyson makes a ton of sense here. Falls to them to 16 due to injury. The Lions are interesting. They could also use an edge rusher, but we're going to have them take a corner. Corner is a huge need for them. Avion Terrell, the brother of A. Terrell. The Vikings get Peter Woods at 18. They could use depth at defensive tackle. I think Brian Flores can do wonders with Peter Woods. He's got a ton of potential. Just makes perfect sense. Panthers, I wouldn't rule out another receiver, but I just think defense is a bigger need, especially linebacker and edge. But we're going to go CJ Allen from Georgia, very good player. The Cowboys at 20, definitely need a corner. Going to go Brandon Cisse from South Carolina. The Steelers at 21. I wouldn't rule out Ty Simpson, but we're going to go Denzel Boston here. He's made some really nice catches. Next is the Chargers, who need to improve O-line. They take Caden Proctor here. He'd be moving inside to guard in this scenario. The Eagles, I'm going to go with Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon. Most likely going to let Dallas Goedert go. So tight end is going to be a need for them. And the Browns selected offensive line earlier. I'm going to go Casey Conception here. Really good receiver. Then the Bears up next. I'm going to go Caden McDonald from Ohio State. Need to improve the run defense. The Bills are interesting. They need to upgrade receiver badly. I'm going to take Omar Cooper from Indiana. Then the Niners at 27. I think Caleb Lamu makes a ton of sense. You can sit him behind Trent Williams for a year or two and have him develop. Then the Texans up next. Do need to improve O-line. There's just not a lot available. I mean, Emmanuel Pregnon, I've done a lot before, though. But we're going to sneak Christian Miller into the first round. Defensive tackle is a need for them as well. Then we got the Rams. Going to take Ty Simpson, sit up behind Stafford for a year or two, have Sean McVay develop him. I think it makes a lot of sense. For the Broncos, they could go a ton of different routes, but rather than take Anthony Hill from Texas, hook him. And the Patriots will be the last two picks for offensive line. So we're going to go edge here. Cassius Howell from Texas A&M. And then to wrap things up, we're going to have the Seahawks take Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, safety out of Toledo. And that will be the draft. I believe this is the third one I've done so far. But yeah. Yeah, just trying out a bunch of different scenarios. But I think outside of the Mendoza pick, this draft's going to be completely unpredictable. Well, that is going to do it for the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll wait until the 1 hour mark. But have a good rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.